How you doing today?
Healthcare Training Center.
Hey, hey, hey,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bollitv. As you all know, I've been doing promotions with permanent business people in our community, the Liberian community, the Arizona community. Today, I'm proud to be sitting out here, this time with a healthcare instructor. She will introduce herself, and I want you to please pay attention to this interview today. This is more of a teaching moment. We'll be talking to an instructor. So pay attention. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
All right. Can you please introduce yourself to the Bollitv audience just to make sure you know we got your name and everything?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Mr. Boley. My name is Josephine Boley, and my husband and I are the owner of BOLAY'S Healthcare Training Center here in Arizona. I love instructing. A little bit about me, my background. I do have a master's degree in public health, education, and promotion. So that degree kind of led me into the health field. I've been in Arizona for over 10 years now. I love Arizona, and that's it.
So you heard a woman should be teaching you all here today. Me, I am here to ask a question. The things that are on your mind, when you won't go into the healthcare field, the things that you want to go into, because the woman got an impressive resume. After reading all her resume, I was impressed. And I said, we definitely have to do this interview. So, how long you say you've been in Arizona again?
And I've been in Arizona over 10 years.
Wow.
So, yes.
Let me read something here for you real quick that I gather here. And tell me what's going on. And you tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
You gain experience in education through the services with Jack Initiative at the St. Joseph Catholic Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, where you work in the ER educating, testing, and counseling HIV patients.
Yes, that is correct.
How many years of experience you have in that?
In that, I did about 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Wow. Yes. Then this brings me to my first question.
Okay.
Why in that 3 years, why you were there, right? We all know AIDS is a behavior modification, if you know about that, right? I don't know if you heard about that.
Okay.
The question is, what form of public health intervention will foster behavior medication? Because don't think that, even though we think that, you know, mandatory testing is a kind of intervention, right? Like, it's not like abortion to support for the, you know, the contracts and all that thing.
Right.
Since you work in our ER, I want you to educate us, right? If HIV testing and counseling were to be incorporated into primary care services, right? The time you work for them and provided services with the Jack Initiative at the St. Joseph Hospital, right? In Baltimore.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the question comes. I want you to pay attention now.
Okay.
HIV patient, how did the administration there propose to ensure that in the routine exam, patient and doctor will be able to have a comprehensive conversation about HIV testing?
Okay.
Since you work you're in counseling, right?
Yes.
And then we'll go into it.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Boley. I did HIV testings and counseling. So basically, we're in the ER, going into patient's room and asking them if they want an HIV test. So the patient had to basically agree. One of the things we did, if a patient tested HIV positive, we would talk to them about the way forward. If they tested negative, we'll still talk to them about sexual behavior, you know, and how they could make sure that they're protecting themselves from contracting HIV. The next thing we did was connected them to care. So if you test positive, we're going to connect you to Jack's Initiative. Is actually an organization that they do a lot of work for patients with HIV. So they do education programming. So we'll connect them to our there was an office where they will actually go and get their medication services. So we'll actually connect them to that service. And through that service, they will be connected to a doctor who will help them in making sure that they were getting the proper medication to be able to basically, so that their cell counts can reduce for HIV and they can live a healthy life. So that's basically how we connected them to physician. And we all partner to work together to make sure that these people were still living a healthy life with HIV.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, the patient and the doctor will be able to have a comprehensive or conversation about the testing based on all the things you just said.
Correct.
Now, was the administration proposing additional reimbursement for the doctor as an incentive for providing testing as part of the routine healthcare?
Actually,
Since you say you were working for the administration, then you were in the HR and counseling.
I was in the HR, but I wasn't tied to the hospital. So Jacques Initiative, they're separate from the hospital, but they partner with the hospital.
So then Jacques Initiative, were they proposing additional incentive for the doctors?
No.
The reason why I asked is because CDC proposed revised recommendations suggest that all personnel received HIV screening. They do not recommend that doctors have comprehensive conversation about HIV testing with all patients. They propose that, you'll pay attention now because you can't tell now. They propose that HIV testing be treated like any other screening or diagnosis test. Can you educate us on why? Because you're saying that you had a conversation with these patients so that then the doctors can have comprehensive discussion, right? Conversation. But then CDC is proposing otherwise. So please educate us now.
Well, no, that's great. It's always the patient has their rights. Yeah, the rights to privacy. So that's why when I enter into a room, I'm asking a patient, would you like to get an HIV test? Okay. When I did this was years ago now. So back in like 2009, 2010. So this was years ago. Yeah, that's a long time. So things might have been different then compared to now because I left that HIV field, for a while. So basically, it was not, they had to agree to go and speak to the doctor, right? So you test positive, you make your decision to speak with the doctor, and the doctor, it's up to you. We encourage you, we'll contact you to go and connect to the resource center, but it's ultimately the patient's decision. Doctors cannot.
So basically, what the CDC is saying now, can you educate on what the CDC is saying?
So the CDC is saying that the doctor cannot have that comprehensive conversation. So repeat.
Yeah, let me repeat for you, okay?
Yes.
Because this is my research I was doing now. Since you work in our field, I wanted to know more about it.
Yeah.
Right? The CDC proposed revised recommendations suggest that all persons receiving HIV screening, right? They do not recommend that doctors have comprehensive conversation about HIV testing with all patients. They propose that the HIV testing be treated like any other screening or diagnosis test.
Okay.
So you are saying the patients have the right, if they want to do screening,
or not.
You are suggesting that you talk to them as a counselor,
correct?
So that then the doctor can have comprehensive conversation. But the CDC is saying the doctor should not talk to them. So that's why I say make us understand because we're not in our field.
Yeah. Well, as you know, so apparently, if they're in the, because look at it now, I work in the emergency department.
Yeah, and
so that's why the doctor was not talking to them. I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were talking to them.
I was talking to them, and I was counseling them, and then connecting them to care.
To care. Now, when you connect them to the care, now was the doctor allowed on that after you having conversation to have a comprehensive discussion with them?
Actually, no. So what happens after I had the conversation? If a person tested positive, then I will reach out to my manager.
Okay.
It's the manager that will actually connect. That manager, I don't remember if she was a medical doctor. She was a doctor, but I don't think she was a medical doctor.
Got you.
Yeah, but she will actually talk to them in more depth. So my counseling was basic, and she will go in more depth with that patient. So yeah, so that's probably.
Thank you. So I hope you guys understand why I asked you this question, because some of us will go and read about things, do research, and then talk to other doctors. But we got one right here, you know, she's going to be doctor sooner. So I have to bring some questions based on her job, on the line of job she did before. Now,
Right.
you got an impressive resume. I mean, all the questions I'm still going back to your resume, right?
Sure, no problem.
Public health educator, evaluate, promote awareness, and work closely with people to help them achieve and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
You in part of your resume. Let me read the portion where interests me. Let's go to that.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So because the program know that because the woman gave me a resume, I said, the woman get everything. In addition to what you already learned, you said you work as a public health instructor through the Arizona Department of Public Health Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program.
Yes.
Wow. So this brings me to my question, right?
Okay. Yeah.
We gotta make the teen educated and interesting for people to understand.
Definitely. That's what
All right?
I love. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the thing is that now a lot of people have to about teen pregnancy, pre pregnancy, prevention. When you ask someone about prevention, they can get to different things.
Right.
So say you're the instructor and you work with the Arizona Department of Public Health Safety, we want to get your perspective. Okay. So this is where my question comes in, right? I hope you got the first part, right?
Okay.
Public health educator, evaluate and promote awareness, and work closely with people to help them achieve and maintain a healthy lifestyle. How did you become interested in the healthcare education field? First, let's get. How do you get interested in that first? Then we'll go to the next part.
Okay. Oh man.
You teach me, I don't want to learn now. Because some will get grandchildren in the future, some will get $10 then come here. So there are other people watching. Some of you are watching. That's why I told you people from the beginning. This particular interview is going to be very informative and educative. Pay attention. I give the floor to you, Madam Bode.
Oh man, this is a great question. So basically, how I got into this public health field. When I attended college, I actually obtained my bachelor's of science in biology because I wanted to become a medical doctor. So I did biology pre-med and I graduated. Actually, the year before I graduated, I took a public health course. When I took this course, I started to gain interest in public health education and promotion. So that was why after I graduated, I went and volunteered with that SHACS initiative, Mercy Medical Services. So through my time of volunteering, I started to gain even more interest, right? And I found out there was, I knew people that were dealing with HIV, people that have died from HIV, and that just sparked my interest coming into the healthcare. And then coming to Arizona, looking at a lot of teenage pregnancy, right? That also led me into the field. I had an experience with a young man who was in our neighborhood years ago now, before we actually started the Bollietv Healthcare Center. And he went into cardiac arrest. I got home from work that day, right from my health educator job, and I'm parked. And his brother came out. I was parked. And he came knocking on the window. I was watching him. Actually, he was just going back and forth. So he came knocking on the window, on the windshield. And I pulled my windshield down. What's going on? He said, "Oh, I just found my brother. He's not breathing. He's not moving. Can you help me?" I had done CPR training, but in that moment, I was like, "Wait, what?" I never thought it would come to my door. And that's where we need to realize that these things, they can come to our door and we have to be prepared for it. And so I got my sister, she and I went in this home and we found this young man. He was 6 feet tall. He was a football player. He was a high school senior. Okay. And he was unresponsive. We started to help. We started to do compressions. We did the best we could. Unfortunately, in that situation, that young man did not survive. So that was the second thing that actually sparked my passion about
to go into
in the healthcare field.
Thank you for that brilliant explanation. Now you heard what she came into it. She tried to save somebody's life, even in the process of getting to her passion.
Yeah.
But the person did not make it. Now, teenage pregnancy prevention. You came here, you guys, you got a job with the Arizona Department of Health.
Yeah.
Can you explain what can we do in our community? Now you see a so when I get baby on the banner. The rise through in 120 degrees with the baby and everything. How can we prevent that?
Yeah.
So give us an educators, please. We need some education. There may be mothers, there may be single mothers, single fathers, even parents that live together with the teenage girls.
Yeah.
Can you please give us some education? Because we want to know. The community, we need people to teach our little girls how to prevent pregnancy. How? As a parent, what I want to know first, as a parent, how can we prevent our teenage girls from getting pregnant? And as a teenage girl, how can you prevent yourself from getting pregnant?
Okay. That is a great question. Thank you, Mr. Bollietv. So I did work with a company called Arizona Facts of Life, and they got contracts, grants from the Arizona Department of Health Services for us to actually implement the Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program. That's a program that the state of Arizona runs. Again, it's grant funded. There are a lot of organizations that actually carry out that program throughout the year. They carry out in some schools, so your children you can actually get them to be a part of that program. It's called TOPS. But okay, let me come to the main question.
Yes.
How can parents help their
Let me repeat
young
it so
girls?
yeah. How can we, the parents, what can we do to prevent this pregnancy? And if a teenager is watching, how can they prevent themselves from getting pregnant?
Yeah.
Because if we rhyme was stroller than in a heat here. When you look at someone else, they're not even good 15.
Yes,
16.
Very young.
And then your mind, your power already taking care of you, then you go bring another brother again. So how can you, because me and parents, so how can we prevent the other labor coming to us again? Because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
So there are two things in 1 year.
Okay.
First, we the parent, how we can prevent it. Second, how the teenage girls can prevent it.
Prevent it. All right.
So educate us.
Yeah.
My instructor.
I'll start with the parent. Let's start with the parent.
That us.
Yes. As parents, teen pregnancy rate it's high. Whether it's in Arizona, it's in the state, in our community, we do see it. Honestly, I don't know what the numbers are in our community, but we know that we do see it and it's happening. One, as a parent, have the hard conversation with your child. Have the hard conversation about sex.
Yeah, one example, what we can tell them, because the children, they sound like chicken. You go tell them, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing is, a lot of times the children, our young girls are finding out about sex from other people.
Internet.
From the internet or from their school, their friends. We don't want that. As a parent, instead of making it a taboo to talk about sex, start talking about sex with your children from an early age.
That is correct.
As soon as as early as it can be, right? It starts with maybe they're 5, 6, you're telling them, this is your private part, nobody touches it. That starts the conversation, sitting with them, asking them, okay, what have you guys been talking about at school? What do you know about relationship, boys and girls? Start at an early age. Don't say, oh no, the kid's too young, they don't know anything about that. I'll tell you, we're in an age where there's so much exposure. Whether it be on social media pages, there are things that can come through your children. If they have a phone, they have a tablet, and you don't have control, it's going to come. You talk to your children first. Okay, talk to them, see where they are, what they know, and then start the conversation. Create a safe space for your children. Let your children be comfortable to talk to you about sex. Okay, it's not like, oh no, you can't do that. You can't, growing up, a lot of times, you grow up where maybe your parents didn't get to talk about sex with you, and it become hard because you had to learn it on your own. So sometimes a lot of the young girls, they're learning it on their own. But parents, my tip for you is start the conversation with your child. Take them out to eat. Sit with them. Say, what's been going on? I know you're getting older, especially they already experiencing puberty. Talk to them and say, okay, what's going on? You're experiencing puberty. What's happening? What are your friends? Do your friends have girlfriends? Make it an open conversation. Don't get them in a place where they're hiding these things from you. All right. Talk to your child about contraceptives. Okay. Talk to them about using condoms. Look, a lot of places actually give free condoms. That's just the truth. Not everyone, if your child is already sexually active, there's no need to do all the other things to act like they're not. Teach them the right way to do it. Yes, we want to teach them to preserve themselves, right? We want to teach them to preserve themselves until marriage, but hey, not all children are going to do that. Show them the contraceptives. Teach them how to use it. Okay. Secondly, we come to the children.
Before we get to the children, I got some questions. I know you have educated the parents.
Yes.
Let me just elucidate on what you just said. You said, I heard you, clearly, and which is a good advice that you gave it.
Okay.
Now, let's say, daddy than me. You think my daughter don't feel comfortable talking to me about sex? So now, when you say parent, the mom may be able to do it.
Yes.
What's about the father? What a single father that got girls? Within a single mother case, I can understand.
Yeah.
Some girls will be comfortable talking to the girls. How do the single man with dollars in? How can you educate your daughter about sex? Because sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable to the child.
Right.
So is there any kind of a tip, or can you educate us on which the single father there to see, how can we talk to our girls for it not to look inappropriate? Because right now in America, that girl go to school, she go to a different thing there. They say, the man can be talking Liberian community, our community. The man can be talking rude into the daughter there. So how can a single father now? Okay, because I know you're watching. Most of the people that advise like talking to your girls will be close to the mom.
Yes.
So it's not as hard for the mother to talk to the daughter.
Correct.
But what's about the father?
Yeah.
Can you educate us, the father there? Well, that will be watching Bollitv.
Yeah, definitely. So for fathers that are watching, what I can say to you, if your child is young, start developing that relationship with her. Okay? Start developing that relationship with her. Because now, if you don't have that relationship, and
when you say relationship, what type of relationship? To start telling her about sex?
No, the relationship where she feels comfortable to talk to you about anything.
Okay. You gotta get an example. How would you?
Okay, I give an example, right? So right now, maybe you have teenage girls, right? Maybe that relationship hasn't been developed with them being open about conversation, right? I'll say this again. You want to take them to lunch or something, because you want to create an atmosphere where they're comfortable, and food always makes people comfortable.
To talk about sex.
No, you're not just gonna jump into talking about sex. Start off first with let me get in now. Start off first with
I want a minute to know how it can even begin. Yeah, what can even begin that conversation? For me to look at my daughter.
So first start telling them, this is how a man is supposed to treat you.
Okay. We're getting somewhere now.
Start with them. Maybe this is how a man is supposed to treat you. You deserve the best. I want you to know, you're beautiful. Then talk to them. Sometimes talk to them what happening amongst your friends. So first you want to see where they are before you even launch into that deep conversation. What are your friends talking about? If they're in high school, does some of your friends got boyfriends, girlfriends? What's happening? Because first you want to break the ice. You just don't want to jump and say, okay, keep away from sex. Because one, you don't know, maybe is that child engaging sex yet? You don't know. So you want to gauge the conversation from a basic level before you even bring it personally, right? So what I'm saying is create that safe space. First of all, let them trust you. Let them know that you have their best interest. Make time for them. A lot of times, maybe the men can be busy, but a lot of men may not be making time to actually spend time with their girls' children or spend time with their children. So investing in that time, because that time is going to help create a bond and create trust. Then I can tell you she can tell you, the kids that are born here, I think they're pretty open. A lot of times they will share things if you create that relationship with them. So my key thing here is create relationship. There's no black and white. You can say, because all of our children are different. The relationship you share with your child is different. So based on you knowing that child, then develop a strategy to approach them. But always start from general first. Know about what's happening with their friends, around their friends. And then you will kind of gauge into actually where they are. What do they think about sex? What do they think about boys? You know, are you looking to dating? These start from there before you go into, okay, I want to talk to you about, you know, sex. Then you can go into that conversation. Are you engaging in sex? Are you sexually active?
So basically, what
If
I'm
you're a
learning
single
from
man.
yeah, what I'm learning from you here, the strategy Mama will use is not the same strategy Papa can use. Papa
Yeah.
have to build different confidence in the daughter before you can start engaging into it. So people, like I said, this interview is going to be very informative and educative. You heard Madam Mrs. Bollietv here. Mrs. Bollietv is an instructor and an educator. So the reason why I'm asking these questions and being so quiet, because I want my listeners not just to listen and just look at a woman sitting by her, but also learn. The community eyes need to be open to a lot of things. Especially we from Liberia, I would say Africa mostly, men, our traditional background has effect on most of us here. Back then, our father not going to go sit and go to sit down with our sisters and talk all the kind of thing. But in a different world now, things have changed. Our children are learning all kind of things beyond up.
Yeah.
They iPad and what you see, the internet, TikTok, Facebook, Snap, all kind of things can go through there. So, Madam Bollietv, thank you so much. Now let's go to how the girls them now. Mama, Papa, you not get advice for we, the men and the women now. How they can do it. Now, so the teenage girls now.
Yeah, let's talk to the teenage girls.
Yeah, we'll do that thing one by one because one person to learn.
Yeah, and I want to put one more thing too for fathers.
Okay.
There are books out there that talks about sex, right? But they're good, they're educative books. I have one, I'm just trying to think of the name, but
through all the interview, you think on the name,
I'll think on the name.
It doesn't matter what topic will be on.
Yeah, but there's books sometimes you can maybe hand it to your daughter and say, hey, maybe read a book, and then when you finish reading it, let's talk about it.
If you have any question,
No, if you finish, let's talk about it.
Oh, you tell them when you finish with that book, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. The
children distracted this on the internet, you think they'll read it? Don't they have the audio version to that book?
Yeah, for the audio version.
Yeah, so
if you know they use the audio, but because why you won't use that book as an opportunity to gauge the conversation.
Got you.
Yeah, so that's just another way. There
are fathers listening right now who won't hear that book in there. Because no pain coming to my heart.
Yeah, so do that. But let's talk to the teen girls. The teen girls. I want to say this, that you are valuable. Your body is valuable. Okay? Don't allow anyone to just touch your body, use your body. No. Your body is not for sale. Your body is valuable. So preserve your body for whoever that husband may be. That's my key thing to you. Preserve yourself. Do you find that person that you feel like, yeah, we can have a life together? Because honestly, it's hard. Having a child at a young age is tough. It's tough. I know a lot of people that have had children young, and it was a struggle. Okay. Another thing, talk to your parents about what you're dealing with. Don't think your parents don't know. Don't think, oh, they're being too hard. No, your parents, they actually do want to know. Or find that trusted adult that you can confide in, that you can talk to. If your parents are not available for you to talk to them, find a trusted adult and be able to tell them that, you know what, this is happening. Or all of my friends are having sex and I feel like having sex. What do I do? I don't want to do it, but what do I do? Have honest conversation. Don't carry all these things by yourself. Have honest conversation. If you're already sexually active as a young woman, as a young man, we say use protection. Use protection. There are a lot of, if you don't have nobody to talk to as well, because I know there are some young people that don't not even have no one to talk to, right? There are clinics, women's clinics, that you can go to, and they will have an educator there that can actually educate you.
In Arizona.
In Arizona, yes. Okay. Yes. Women's clinic. The state of Arizona, they do have a women's clinic as well. So there's women's clinic you can go to. Talk to people about how you can care for yourself, what's going on with your body. There are people there willing to educate you free of charge. One of the things, a lot of education in this country is free of charge, especially when it comes to public health, preventative education.
Correct.
Okay. Connect to places, but protect yourself overall. When I work, we always used to carry a lot of condoms, honestly.
Now the gas station one, they say, go get a good one.
A lot of condoms would carry it and people would take it, distribute it, because if you're already having sex, the best you can do is protect yourself, not just from pregnancy, right? Pregnancy is one thing. There's HIV, you can get hepatitis, you can get herpes, gonorrhea. They're out there, okay? And those things can affect you. Sometimes they affect your womb. You may not be able to have child for the rest of your life. So it's important as a young woman that you're taking care of yourself. Know that. Put your body first. Put your body first. What goes in your body is important. So protect yourself and take care of yourself, because you don't want to get older and you've already damaged, your private part. We don't want that. So
wow. So I hope so far you are learning. This is a learning process. She made it clear, not just pregnancy, but AIDS. You all remember when we first started the conversation, the first thing I started with was AIDS.
AIDS.
Because I was setting up this question because I knew we were coming to teenage pregnancy. I read that she one of those that work in our field to do prevention. Now, before I can go to the next question with you, right?
Yes.
You remember I asked a question, I said AIDS is a behavior modification. What form of public health intervention foster behavior modification? If you may, please educate, if you have any idea about it.
You said what form of public health foster behavior?
What form of public health intervention will foster behavior modification? Because AIDS is a behavior modification.
Right.
According to the CDC now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I say you work in the public health, you are hired, as an instructor, educator with Arizona State. That's why I'm asking you the question. Yeah,
it's sexual behavior. I mean, how sexually active a person is, sexual behavior. I mean, because if you have someone who
I said behavior intervention will foster modification.
Oh, how public health can intervene or behavior intervention.
What forms of public health intervention will foster behavior modification?
Well, education. I see it as education. Yeah, and that's the preventative strategy. Want to educate people, because if you know, then you're going to prevent it. So that's why with public health, because people can even get HIV from drug use if they're sharing needles, right?
That
they can get HIV. It's all about blood contact.
So it's not just sexual transmission.
It's not just sexual.
Okay. Now, I come into our old people. You can be teaching the parents and the young children there. I also learned that you certify diabetes prevention lifestyle.
Yes.
Through the Center for Disease and Control.
Yeah, through the CDC, yes.
The CDC. Damn it. Look, I told you people, the other interview today, the regular interview. We in class here. Mistress Bollietv. You know our ex-person and the ex-Library Association president, Steve Bollietv. That he work here. So tell us now, when you work in our field, they say you certify, you can prevent diabetes.
I can educate
people. Yeah, okay. Let's say diabetes prevention, lifestyle.
Yes, I'm a lifestyle coach.
Yeah, okay. So how can people now what getting old now, diabetes, they're trying to put application in. Some other people balling now already accept that application, they get diabetes. What can they do to kill themselves from that diabetes or go away? Or what can we who never catch it before prevent ourselves from getting it? Yeah,
that is a great question. This is something that I believe, our community, we need more education, and a lot of times people can hide sicknesses and illnesses, but diabetes is big. It's big in the United States, A lot of people have diabetes, whether it's type 1 or type 2. So what can you do to prevent it first as a healthy person? As someone who doesn't have it yet. Okay. exercise.
Oh God.
Yeah, not just go play soccer on
I am Barrow.
Barrow Green. Have a lifestyle of exercise. So whether it's 1 time a week, 2 times a week, you can start from somewhere. Go hiking. Arizona, we're blessed with so much with the mountains and all of that. I love hiking. I go hike often. I love to go hiking. As a business owner, you got to keep your mind right. So hiking is a big thing. Get membership in the gym. Yeah, get a membership. One thing for me, when it comes to gym exercising, it didn't work with me just like going in and doing what I have to do. Some people, it worked for them. But for me, I had to get in the gym that has a class so they can tell me what to do and which part of my body I need to work on. And that worked perfectly. So exercise, eat healthy.
Yeah, that eating partner. So they talk about giving from bottling, GB soup there, flour salt.
For Nimaso, the super,
So tell us, when you say eat healthy, for we the African,
yes,
we love oily food most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So way, we gotta start off, little by little. You can't just cut everything off right away.
I know.
Because when you cut it off, you have issues. You will go back to it.
We grew up eating that now. So tell how we can get rid of it.
But cook it healthy.
How?
Cook it healthy. So instead of using just any oil, maybe try using some kind of olive oil. Use less oil.
No, they put use that olive oil for Holy Ghost fire be.
Cook with A. Yeah. Cook with that olive oil.
Can get it all. They put it to rebuke the oil now.
Yeah, but when you cook with it, even better now.
Okay. So Eddie now. So olive oil is what's the difference between regular argo oil and olive oil?
I think olive oil is more it has better fat compared to the fats that in the regular oil. So you have the healthy fat.
What fat they call healthy fat?
I'm trying to think of it a very long time. You know,
okay.
I should have
but let's go our education.
Healthy fat.
Preventing diabetes now. When you get it now too.
So eat healthy. So if you don't have it, please, your lifestyle. Start eating.
So as a diabetic person, let me see if I can learn from you so the audience can pay attention.
Yeah.
Continue, right? You want them to eat healthy. Olive oil is preferable.
Yeah, healthy. Yeah, olive oil.
I'm talking about our African poor level now.
Yeah, olive oil.
Exercise. So if you start doing all these things, will the diabetes go away?
No, this is people that don't have diabetes yet, but
we're trying to prevent it from getting it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so let's stay in that first part.
Okay.
Drink more water. Let's stay away from the sodas. Let's stay away from the sugars. Yeah. The soda, the sugar. So instead of sugar, drink water. We in Arizona, drink water.
Let me hear 0 is so I'm gonna be looking at
how much sugar in it? We don't know.
Well, let's go to this.
No, some of these drinks you gotta be mindful of them because they can have a lot of sugar. But so slow down on sugar. Because diabetes is about the body inability to process sugar. Okay? Gotcha. Yeah. So fruits, vegetables, so if you don't have it incorporated in your lifestyle. Some people that I would say if you have diabetes now, you work with your doctor because it is preventable. When you do have diabetes, early stages, you're able to prevent it. You're able to actually heal from it or get over it if you just practice a healthy eating, because they will tell you exactly what you should eat, what you should not eat. I think that's the type 1. It will tell you what to eat, what not to eat, right? So at that stage, they will tell you can eat fruits and vegetables. They will tell you to cut off breads, all the different breads, cake. You need to get rid of those things. You're eating fruits, vegetables, you're drinking your water. So that I would say diabetes is a lot more about our dieting, our exercising to be able to prevent it.
Can somebody with type 2, how you get from type 1 to type 2?
Well, if you don't control it, if you don't control it and you keep eating the sugar, then you get worse.
Can somebody get healed from them?
Yeah, people have
both type 1 and type 2.
Yeah, people can get healed from them.
What are some of the things? Okay,
yeah, I'm not a doctor, but I did have one of the nurses that work here while CNA program. She actually does like healthy eating, and she will run that program. She give people different recipes that they can use. So instead of rest, eat quinoa. quinoa. It's kind of like buckwheat wheat. You know buckwheat wheat, yeah. Get rid of the starch.
Get rid of la parboiled, the pusa.
Parboiled, yeah.
The white red, the Chinese red.
White rice, yeah.
Eat buckwheat. Look, now people, I hope you are enjoying this program today. This is a Bollietv production. I'm here with Mistress Josephine Bollietv, our instructor, with a lot of experience under her belt. And the reason why I'm asking this question, these are concerns. These are things that some of us sitting at home thinking as to what we can do to prevent this, or we like people let this say, we let it read too much, we can do plenty. So this time I'm bringing in every person will say on TV for you. So I hope you're paying attention to this thing. Now, Mistress Bollitv, what strategy do you find most effective for communicating with the public? Please educate us on some effective strategy you have used most in communicating with a public or community that will prevent the rise in teenage pregnancy, also the same prevention in disease. The communication, the strategy you use now. I know you explain everything about that, right?
Yes.
So we want to know the strategy now.
For communicating with teens.
Communicating with the public.
With the public?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you work with the Arizona Department of Health Services.
Right. Yeah.
So I know you explain all the things we can do to prevent all the things now. Now, what are some of the strategies being using that are being effective to the public? Okay, I know you work with public too sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know now.
Do a lot of public work. Well, conversation. One of the things about conversation is creating a safe space. That's a big thing in education and public health. We always make sure that when we're in a space to discuss these things, people feel safe. What does that mean? We don't want you to feel judged. We're not going to judge people. Everybody's experience is unique and is different, right? So we create that avenue. We also create an opportunity for people to assess themselves. Where am I? Where do I stand? We're talking about diabetes. Where do I stand? Have I been eating a lot of sugar? Have I been making some changes to a healthy lifestyle? What does that look like? Do I incorporate these things? So we get people to assess where they are. And then from there, you can see what changes you need to make. So communicating, having a verbal conversation is important. That's a way that we reach people, whether it's one-on-one. A lot of people feel comfortable one-on-one. Okay. Also, we use avenues, whether it's a flyer that we create that can help someone to look at that flyer and say, okay, these are healthy recipes that I can take and use. Okay. Well, right now through the media.
Exactly. Bollietv.
Media. Bollietv. Yes.
There you go.
Bollietv.
Now,
Sharing that. Yeah.
The Bollietv are the instructor. I just the person who bring in the instructor vision through what? TV. There you go.
So through Bollietv, you can get educated. There are a lot of information online. YouTube, you can Google things.
Subscribe to Bollietv. She will be on there.
Yes. Subscribe. But Google these things. So to communicate with the public, create a safe space.
So those are some of the strategies, like one-on-one, talking to people, going through medias, sometimes sending flyers out.
Yes.
And I have to. Do you think you actually work in the prevention of the rise in teenage pregnancy and diabetes?
Yeah, it has helped. You need to go. We actually go where the people are. So if I'm dealing with teenage pregnancies, guess what? We're in the schools. A lot of parents think that children don't know about sex at an early stage. But I'll tell you, Mr. Bollietv, working in the schools, these kids know. I always say, think your kids know more than you think. Always perceive that they know more than you think they know. Because those kids, we had a box. Another thing we did, which was strategic, is that we had a box. So if you have a question and you want to be anonymous, you don't want anyone to know, write the question and drop it in the box. And I tell you, kids, people will ask questions. So that's another way, so maybe that's a good thing for our community too. People have questions, they can sometimes put it in a box and we get to answer those questions, So that's an effective method that have worked over the years with that anonymous trapping of questions in the box.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Bollietv.
Thank you.
I would like to say again, thank you so much for granting me the permission to come to your office, your facility here. Bollitv really love that. One of the reasons why Bollitv was established is to give people like you, the positive spotlight. So people in the community and outside of our community can know that we have people like you in the Arizona community. People who are here to educate our children, to educate our parents. People who you have actually worked in these fields.
Yes.
Maybe they hearing it coming from their own librarian sister. It will motivate them to pay more attention. If you have further questions, you can actually reach out to Mrs. Bollietv. Before the end of this interview, we'll get all her information about her office. Now, Mrs. Bollietv, you own a business and you are also an instructor where you guys provide different types of healthcare certifications to people who wants to work in the healthcare field. Can you tell my audience, the Bollitv audience, what are the type of certification you provide here at your office and the ones you are certified to be an instructor of? Just let me know the types you have.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Mr. Bolley, and it's a pleasure to have you here. I'm glad you're doing this. It's a great thing you're doing for this community.
Blackout, 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 Julie, blackout, 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 Bullet, blackout, 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 Julie. Even though that I know what a lady's girl, but you are my number one. I don't really care what the people say. I'ma take you places that you never been. Everything that you want, my baby girl, just let me know. I'ma give it to you. The way this song is rolling, girl, when I hit this gone, I hate this beat. This is my story. I want it completed. This is my story. I want it completed. Girl. This one is true love. Oh, girl. This one is forever. Oh, girl. This one is till death. Oh, girl. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your one and only Black Diamond. It's a brand new beginning, taking over the whole world, the whole internet. Okay, 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 come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Fire! Blackout, 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 Julie, blackout, 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 Bullet, blackout, 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 Julie, blackout, this is blackout. Knocking at my door, I want to know, is it my love, is it my love, baby?
One of the things that I demonstrate in this class is how to stop bleeding, a life-threatening bleeding. When someone is bleeding, the first thing we want to do is to get a gauze, glove your hand, get a gauze, comes in the first aid kit, place the heel of your palm on the wound.
When you say gauze, where's that? Tissue?
It's like a wet cloth.
Okay, just say wet cloth. Because people don't understand the thing now.
You guys sterilize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sterile cloth. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Put it on the wound, and then the next thing you want to put pressure on the wound. You do your hand like you're doing CPR, and then you push down on the wound. You keep giving pressure until the bleeding stops. Then you can stop. Okay, that can take about 5 minutes. Once the bleeding stops, get your gauze, get your bandage, and start to put it on the wound. You always want to start furthest away from the heart. So we'll say the heart is this way. I'm going to start this way. So I'm going to put the gauze, the bandage.
So we are assuming that the person here then.
Yeah, that the person here. We're assuming. Yeah, thank you. So we start 45-degree angle. Is how you want to bandage. Okay, you go around the wound. When you're doing this, you gotta check with the person. Make sure you gotta ask them, can you feel your fingers? Can you feel your toes? If that is toes, any tingling, any numbness. Yeah, you have to make sure. So going a 45-degree angle. When there's a part left out, you can just bend it in, tuck it in to make sure it's covered. You want to get everything in. And then you keep going. Keep going a spiral, 45-degree angle up, and you come down. Okay, go up, Don't go just around and around in a circle. If you do that, you're creating what we call a tourniquet. When you create a tourniquet, that means blood won't be flowing to the other area below where you bandage.
Please break that tourniquet down for all.
Yeah, tourniquet is just a device. Most of the time they use in the military. When someone bleeding a lot, they tie it on the hand or it stops the blood flow. So the person don't die from bleeding, from blood loss.
Gotcha.
Yes, so we're gonna continue. We'll close this wound soon. You see how this is done perfectly. That's the pressing. Any tingling, no numbness. Okay.
So you gotta communicate with the person when you tie in the wound.
Yeah.
If the person feeling numb, they gotta let you know and all that.
Then you need to make it less tight.
Thank you.
You know, loosen it a little bit.
And you teach that in this class, right?
Yeah, we'll teach you that. But yeah, just to share a little bit of what we offer here on site. Our number one course is our CPR first aid and AED training. So if you want to certify in CPR first aid, we offer those trainings here. We offer them through various organizations. And you know what? This week is National CPR Week.
Oh, yes. Really?
One of the things that we do, we like to give back to the community. So we offer like a free CPR training. Okay. It's open. You train. So maybe we'll post that in the chat, but we do that. So
the whole women people can get free CPR training.
We're training for free.
The month?
But yeah.
The month of June?
No, not the whole month. Well, yeah, it's this week, National CPR Week.
But we already owe.
A week over. Your interview.
You see, I was trying to get a free CPR. Let's just name the certification first, and then we'll go over the one at a time.
CPR first aid training we offer with the American Heart Association, American Red Cross, and Health and Safety Institute. We also offer basic life support training for a healthcare worker. It's the BLS training. We do offer for group homes, the group home living facilities. We have Article 9. We have prevention and support. We have direct care worker training. We also have a certified nursing assistant training. We offer abuse and neglect training as well. So yeah, those are majority of, for Bullet Healthcare trainings, those are the trainings that we have. And the diabetes prevention program, if you want to join that program, it runs for a year through the CDC. We offer that as well. Those are the different courses.
Now, those
BHT, behavioral health.
Behavioral health. Okay. So all the trainings you just named that you provide here, are you certified to be an instructor for those trainings that you talk about?
So I
want to know which one you certify.
I'm certified to be instructor for all of them except for our nursing assistant program. It's a nurse that actually has to teach that program.
So you have a nurse that works for your organization that comes in and do that training for you guys.
Teach that class, yes.
Now, we're going to do this one at a time.
Yes.
And as we do it, you will just explain the process. And then later in the video, you will show me an example where I will do it in front of the people so they can see it. But right now, you just the explanation part.
Yes.
So for each one you will explain, then you tell me everything, and then I will show the example. You put the camera. We'll put the camera on me.
Okay.
So we can do that part. So the people can say, because I want to know it now. So let's start with CPR and first aid.
Yes.
Can you explain to me, right? Can you tell my audience why is CPR first aid training important to have? What is the role of the certified CPR and first aid provider with some examples?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Bully. Your question at three.
Yeah, but CPR and first aid.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you. So let's start with CPR and first aid. Yeah, CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. I said to you, do you have a mother? You have a father? You have a sister? You have a family member? You're involved in sports, or you have people that are sick. Every single person I would recommend everyone get certified, right, in CPR first aid, because it is a basic skill that can save a life when minutes matter. Somebody have a heart attack, somebody who has a heart issue. If they have a heart attack, right, what do you do? If that heart attack puts them into cardiac arrest, what do you do? A lot of times we say, oh, the person died from heart attack. No, they didn't die from heart attack. The heart attack puts them into cardiac arrest, and then they die in cardiac arrest, because that's where they're not breathing, they're not moving, right? What's the other part of the question? I tell you, it's long.
So you will give us an example as to what an individual, because this moment right here, right?
It's teachable.
This
right?
moment right here, because this video are not only showing in Arizona.
No.
People in Liberia have started watching Bollietv.
That's
I woke up this morning, the last healthcare group that I interviewed, people were very impressed.
Yeah.
Some healthcare practitioners even inboxed me and said they were very impressed as to what those young people were doing. Now, the young people talk about they owning the facility. Now you are an instructor.
Yes.
So CPR in our Liberian community and first aid is very important.
Yes.
She will explain example as to maybe when a person carry around how many press you're supposed to do.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know if we can show example one of the mannequin there.
Yeah.
I can bring it over here.
Yes, please.
Ask Madam Boley again. She didn't answer the question. All right. I told her to tell my audience the CPR training, why it's important, and what role the CPR aid provider, what role they play. And she will give some example. So what we're going to be doing now, she spoke about CPR, the importance of CPR. Madam Boley, can you explain again why it's important for every household or everybody watching the Bollitv audience, why it's important for them to learn about CPR?
Yes, CPR saves lives. Okay, someone is in cardiac arrest. When you carry out CPR, you have the ability to keep their blood flowing to their brain to sustain them until emergency personnel arrives and take over care.
Okay, so we come into the examples now. When the person is having a cardiac arrest,
yes,
why is it important for everybody to know what you're coming to do? So I will leave it with you now. You will demonstrate. So we'll get the older person, and then we'll do the baby then.
Yes.
So she will tell now what she's about to do when you see a person having a cardiac arrest, which means that break it down for them. I break it our people.
Yeah.
Heart attack. And you see the person holding their heart. Hey, my heart. Take it for them, Madam Boley.
Okay, thank you. So if you see someone is in pain, they're holding their heart, they're having a heart attack. Number one thing, if you're in the United States, call 911. Okay, if you're in other parts of the world, contact your emergency number.
The Liberia.
Yeah. Call, I don't even know what the emergency number is. But
Liberia get police number that we can try. If it don't work,
call for help. Call the police. But while you're calling the police, call for help too. Call a neighbor. Okay, so when a person has a heart attack, you're going to call 911. When the person becomes unresponsive, so that means they were standing up, feeling the pain, now they fall on the floor. Okay, they fall on the floor, you go approach them. When you approach the person, you scan their chest to see if you see any breathing.
Madam Boley, wait, let's do a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Don't put the person on the table.
Yes,
so please give them a hand. We only put them on the table because we want you to see someone doing interview. Yes. Normally, that on the ground, the person will be.
Thank you. This is a disclaimer. CPR is done on the floor.
Thank you.
Usually people will fall on the floor. Don't take them and put them on the table. Okay, if you're in a hospital, on the bed. If a person is on a bed and you need to perform CPR, you want to put a hard board under them. Okay, or so if you have a hard cardboard, you will place it underneath the person and then do CPR, but never on the table. So thank you. All right, we're continuing, right? So you approach the person, you check for breathing. You don't see their chest rising. You don't feel their heart beating. Okay, you can always check. Check their pulse. It's the karate pulse in their neck. You just check to see if you feel their pulse.
Put your hand on their neck.
Yeah. There's no pulse. you don't see them breathing, you try to listen. Put your ears to their mouth, and then you lift the head as far as it can go. See if you hear any breathing. You do that for at least 10 seconds. If you don't hear any breathing, you don't feel any pulse, okay, make sure someone calling for help. The next step you're going to go is to begin CPR.
Now we stop there. Remember, you live for the person here for how many seconds?
10.
You listen to see if the person not breathing. You put your hand on your neck, because when you breathe, you see small your behind put your hand on the neck. From there now, while you doing all that, you must make sure you send somebody to go call other people to come help. Hospital people, police, if they get ambulance, wherever you are, call for them. Now, you will tell us now, you can take it from there now, ma'am, and tell how many strokes and all that we got to do now.
Yeah. So when it comes to CPR, and I highly encourage you to take a CPR class. This is a quick snippet, right?
Yeah.
But you want to interlace your fingers now.
People, boy, you talking inner lace, you gotta break it down for my people.
You want to put your finger in
between
each
your
other.
hand, between your hand.
Just like this. One hand over the other, and then you bend the top fingers. You bend it at it. Okay? When you do that, you actually kneel beside the person.
Knee down the ground. You always still see the example. But
Yeah.
don't want like that for you to see it clear.
A hand. You place in the middle of the chest, is the lower end. It's where you want to put the heel of your palm right here. The bottom of your palm. You want to put it right in the middle of the chest. An inch to the left. So you want to be right over the heart muscle. That's where you want to be. Because what you're doing with CPR, when you push, you're pushing the blood carrying oxygen to the brain and to all the organs in the body to keep them alive. So you put your one hand over the other, and then the next thing you do, we call it tete compressions.
Tete.
Yes.
Compression means push down.
Push down, which I'm going to show you just now. Tete compressions and 2 breath. That's quality CPR. Okay. So I'm going to place my hand. Make sure your elbows are straight when you do CPR. And then what will happen is your whole body will be on your hand. Make sure your fingers are off the chest. Your heel is down. Once you do that, you push down hard. You're pushing at least 2 inches deep. So that's like this.
Don't break the person's chest now.
No, you can break the chest. You can,
you can
yes,
break it?
yes. So when you're doing CPR for adult or the elderly, you're going to break the rib. Yes. It happens because feel your chest right now. If you were to push down 2 inches, you will break your rib. You know what? It's better a broken rib than being dead. You understand? So when you're doing it, it's better to go harder. You know, the research show a lot of people don't go deep enough. Okay? That's how you compress.
Yeah,
You go 1 and 2.
it's another one.
5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 all the way. Wait for 30. You have to count.
So you do 30. Then after the 30, what you do? The first 30, what you do?
You give
lift for the
2
person-
breaths.
Oh, you live for the person here?
You pinch their nose.
They will not stop the breath?
At that point, they're not breathing.
Okay, so you stop the nose and then what you do?
And then you breathe. You put your mouth over their mouth and you breathe. So you release air
2 times.
2 times.
Then you come back, do 30 again.
You do 30. Because
Okay.
you will be giving them oxygen.
Got you. So how many set of 30 and how many set of breath to breath, mouth to breath you can do now?
Okay. So 30 compression, 2 breath, that's 1 cycle.
Okay.
So you do 5 cycles of CPR. When you do 5 cycles, that's equal to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, then you can switch with another person. They can take over. They
And
do 2 minutes. After that, you switch because you'll be tired.
So how many people have to do the compression and the person not coming back to life?
As many as possible. You keep going until emergency personnel get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just in case, let's say all three you're tired now, what is the next thing to do?
Or you keep going. If you feel like you're going to die, that's when you stop. Because we don't want 2 dead people.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you keep doing the toilet compression every set 2. So when they finish doing that, they should continue to do that until the emergency people arrive.
Yes.
But when can you tell that, look, this compression is not working, the person not died already? If emergency encounter,
unless you're a doctor that can pronounce people dead,
you will continue.
You will continue. Because what you're doing when you're compressing, right? Let me say this. When you are compressing, what you're doing is that, I said it earlier, what you're doing, you're allowing, when you breathe, you're giving them oxygen.
But the neck should be all the time
all the way up, as far as it can go.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but you do the compression, it doesn't matter what the neck is.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter. But you're sustaining this person with oxygen, even though they're unresponsive. Their blood is flowing. Because we need a blood flowing, we need oxygen flowing. If you say, okay, the person, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. When you stop, what you're doing, the person is no longer getting oxygen to their brain. And guess what? They could become brain dead. That's why we don't want. So that's why we're sustaining them with the oxygen and the compressions to push it around the body.
Thank you. Now, that the big people on here now, you done with them now?
This work for adult and children. Children.
When you say children, what age we talking about?
Yeah, from the age of 1 year old to the onset of puberty. So before they have armpit hair, facial hair for boys, girls is breast development.
That's when you do that kind of compression too?
Yes.
From 1 year old?
Yes.
All the way to old man, everybody then?
Yes.
Got you. So we put the men down and then move on.
Yeah, they put the guy down.
Okay. So people, like I said, this other interview is an educative movement. Now, who do we have here now?
We have an infant, which is under the age of 1.
Baby. When baby catch heart attack, we're feeling with the baby people now. Y'all listen, this Bollitv is bringing this thing to you so you can learn.
Yeah.
They want for the baby then now. They say from less than 1 year old now, by the time. So she come and tell now when you're a baby then now, when you born your newborn baby, you see not breathing, something happening, what to do before doctor then can get there. The same procedure now will come and see what thing change now. So,
yeah,
Madam Bolle, we're listening to you now.
Yeah, I want to say something just to be clear. People can go into cardiac arrest for different reasons, not just heart attack. It can be from drowning. It can be from choking on something. So for young baby, a lot of time they're not having heart attack. You think of it as heart are brand new.
Okay.
So for them, maybe drowning, they choke on something, that kind of thing. Unless they're born with a heart issue. So I just want to clarify that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not that also.
Yeah. So okay, the baby in cardiac arrest. Okay. When the baby in cardiac arrest, you always check them. Baby, no response. The same thing, you're gonna listen to breathing. You checking the chest to see if we're seeing any rise and fall. Then we call for help right away. We don't want to waste time. Call for help right away, please. Time is crucial. When you want to do CPR for a baby, you can use 2 fingers, either these 2 or these 2. It's up to you. 2 fingers right below the nipple line.
The titty.
Yeah, right below. Yeah, between the titty line. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, but you can say that American boy until my people don't raw.
I know.
That's all right. That's all you use wrong with you.
No, I'm laughing because I never used that word in my classes. The
other class on census.
On census.
Yeah. So we apologize. This is on census. We are talking to 2 different group of people here.
Right.
You speak your Siri. I will interpret for my people. Yeah. So you can go between the 2.
Okay. And then you push down with that 2 fingers. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Then you give 2 breaths. When you're giving breath to infant, you cover the nose and mouth with your mouth. And then you breathe.
Hold on. When you say cover the nose and the mouth with your mouth, mean you put your whole mouth over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over the nose and mouth.
Not like the baby boy when you hold it with your finger.
No.
But the baby, then we gotta put your whole mouth over the nose and the mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's smaller.
Okay.
Yeah, it's smaller. So that's how you will carry out CPR for an infant. So you keep going. Same 5 cycles, 2 breaths.
30.
Yes.
Until medical emergency arrive.
Yeah.
To save your baby. Now you did something from the beginning. One more now only the baby for to see the baby.
Alert. To see if any movement.
Got you. All right. So we'll take the baby there from there now.
Okay.
Now, what the other thing here for? Because you get all the first 8 you gotta go all in now, so we can go back.
Oh, okay.
They want here.
Okay, this right here is a trainer one, but some of you that work in the hospital, you seen it at the airport. It's called an AED, the automated external defibrillator. So AED. What this one does?
I'm not a break that one down for my people.
Yeah, just an AED.
Yeah. AED, they will instruct what the AED can do.
And the AED, yeah, what it does, it issues shock to the heart. So electrical shock.
So let me see if I got this right.
Yeah.
So when you now try the CPR, and not working, can you use this? When can you use AED?
Yeah.
When can you use it?
When you have an AED, use it right away before you even do CPR. Use it. Don't delay CPR because you're trying to find the AED. So if the AED maybe minutes away, send somebody else to get it while you're doing CPR. Once it get there, use it. So use the AED right away. It's better than the CPR.
What the AED can do?
Yeah, the AED can cause the heart to have a normal rhythm. So yeah. Okay,
so wow. So this is what I must do. I'm sorry. Bring the B-man back on the table.
Yeah, we gotta bring him back.
My people, this is a teaching moment. The other Bollitv interview, you will enjoy it. So put the B-man back on the table. Now, the person not breathing.
Yeah.
How do you connect the AED to them?
Okay. So the AED come on the scene. This is a trainer one, so I'm just gonna.
Can somebody buy an AED just to keep it at home? Do they sell it or only for hospital?
Yes, when you buy it to keep it at home, you have to register it on they have different apps. You have to register your neighborhood got to know that you have AED.
Why?
Because if anybody in the neighborhood have heart attack, they come to your house for the AED.
Somehow personally want to buy everybody got it.
It's a lifesaver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So show my audience, Bollietv, audience, I hope you're watching. My people around the world, Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, everywhere. They're just a simple education doing this interview.
Yeah.
So it's up to you, instructor.
So when the AED get there, the first thing you want to do is turn it on.
This is a training device only. No shock will be delivered.
The AED will tell you what to do. Hopefully there's a guest on in Liberian English.
Attach pads firmly to person's bare chest as shown.
It comes with pad. You have to attach the pad. The pad show you where to put it. It's upper right below the collarbone.
And then when you connect it, you can say you connect it.
Yeah.
Check connector.
Lower left, few inches under the armpit. So underneath the breastbone.
Underneath the titty bone.
The titty bone.
The titty bone.
Yeah, got it. And then you take this plug, you plug it into the machine.
Connect, don't touch person.
You don't touch. You
so yeah, the thing talking, the thing said don't touch person. They say it will be telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear.
Shock advised. Press flashing shock button.
Then I'm going to release the shock.
Shock delivered.
So when you press that thing, it will electrocute the person.
Yes.
I'm not saying it right?
Yeah, it will electrocute them. Okay. A lot of time they will come off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, they will come off the ground.
And how long does it take to know that the person responding or not?
It just depends on what happening with the person's heart rhythm.
Got you. Now, people remember what we said. Now, we did a disclaimer. You're not putting the person on the table. The reason why we put on the table is for you to see. Normally, all these things will take place while the person laying down on the ground.
On the ground.
Baby and BB man. That she's told you guys, only for example, if the person laying down in the hospital, you got to put something on the bed, right?
Yeah.
So the person can be stable under there. So I'm glad you guys watch it. But Madam Instructor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can take it away now. And we'll go back to our interview again.
Yes.
So we'll go back to the interview. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's another one.
So we have seen all the example of the CPR, the first aid, how to do compression, and all the good things Mistress Josephine Bolley just showed us. People, I hope you learn from this interview. Like I said, the interview was going to be informative and educative. And I hope you enjoyed the interview so far. So Madam Bolley, now that he has shown all these things, wow, to save life. Now, can you tell my audience why is Article 9, prevention and support training, also important to have when working with individuals with disability? And for examples, even though you just want to explain the example, we don't expect us to go through all the things during the videos. I'm going to post some things there, maybe put pictures there, so they can see how some of the things can happen that you're going to be talking about. As you talk about it, I'll put some of the pictures there too, so they can demonstrate.
Okay.
Now, this is my question, because these are all the things that you certified into do. That's why I'm asking questions about it, so that she can tell us. Now she's demonstrated the first one, which was the CPR certificate, that she's an instructor, all the things that are in there, you know. We told you guys, not on the table, it can be on the ground, but we want you guys to see it. So now let's go to the next one, Article 9. People with developmental disabilities. I know maybe in other countries, I don't know if Article 9 exists. First, tell us, right? What is Article 9?
So Article 9 is a state law. So Arizona state law. It's all over the U.S., but it is a state law.
And what does that?
People with disability, developmental disability.
So that law, what is the law? I mean, we know it's a law, but what type of law it is? That's what we want to know.
Okay, it's the rights of the people we support, people with developmental disability. So, long time ago, these people used to be put in institutions, and people with disability were not treated fairly. They're still not treated fairly across the globe, even where we're from Liberia. So basically, the state the federal, the state, they had to come up with their rights, because we as people, we were not understanding that they have the same rights like we do. We feel like they are lower than us, but that's not true. We're all the same. We're all human beings, So that's what Article 9 is about.
So for those of you who don't know, we say disability, like from a Liberian people in Liberia, disability mean people, we call them, some people can say, I'm sorry to say this, but we say the person retired, but they're not retired here, we call them people with disability. Somebody who can't think that you myself. So now crippled people. People get lawyers to protect them. Which we know people, not because they can't talk to you, not because they're slow, not because they cripple. It means that they didn't get right. So they came up with a law to protect them. So that we who normal people can't treat them anyhow. That's what Article 9, that's basically what she's saying. Am I right?
You're
to not treat them anywhere, because sometimes some people are very evil to these people. So in order for them to, someone will talk about the state of Arizona, in order for them to be protected, they pass a law. You can't treat them any kind of way, they get right to. So yes. So that's what Article 9, and you are an instructor in that.
Correct. Yes.
Basically teaching people the laws about what they can do right, what they can do wrong. So just give me 2 examples as to how somebody who is working with an individual with disability may go wrong and what the right thing to do. Just maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah. Let's share that. So, for example, you're working with someone that have a developmental disability, and you want to force that person to do something. Let's say you want to force, this might be controversial here, but let's say you want to force them. You say, okay, you forced to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Forced. The person said they don't want to sleep. They want to watch TV. And you say, no, you must go to sleep. You're breaking the law. Because before you can do that, you got to make sure that the state has approved that. Okay? Anything that requires the use of force, forcing them to do something, using physical force, you cannot do that if it's not approved by the state. So that would be an example. You can force somebody and say, oh, I won't watch my African show, so I want you to go to bed. That's their home. They have the right to watch the TV as long as they want. If they do stay up late, they will suffer the consequences in the morning of getting up early. So that would be an example that I want to share with my people.
So basically here now, you can't tell a man say go to bed. If he won't go to bed like up there, you can't force him. You work with them, but you can't force them to do anything that they don't want to do.
Correct.
Anything that will require force.
Yeah.
What is the procedure?
Anything that will require force, the home, the team that works with that member needs to come up with a behavior plan and submit that behavior plan to the state, the program review committee, which work with the Division of Developmental Disability
For it to get approved.
for it to get approved.
Thank you very much. So I hope we understand that.
Yeah.
Prevention and support.
Yeah, good one. So
Yeah.
that's a fun class.
Yeah.
But prevention and support, the goal of it is to help people to build positive relationship with the people that we work with in this field, right? So you want to make sure relationship is important, communication is important. And then at last resort, use of a preventative technique. All that is for is just to protect you, also protect the person. We don't want anyone hurt in the process. Never hit a member. Never.
So basically, you're not supposed to put your hands on them.
No.
You can't put your hands on them. So they teach you certain things that you need to do to prevent them. Now, what are some of the example, just the name, not some of the example of things that they have for people for which you certify people here for? What are some of the techniques, the name of some of the techniques? Because some people might Google it to see the name. We just want the names of some of the techniques that you teach them here that will make them to not prevent, that will prevent them from hitting on the member or hurting the member in any way.
Yeah. All right, good. Let me share. Thank you, Mr. Bollietv. I think the preventative techniques, there are a total of 14 of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
No example they want to call it in.
Yeah, I'm not calling all of them.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to use force. And I'm going to say this, I want to say it because I'm sharing these techniques doesn't mean you have to use them. Okay, I'm just sharing it for education purposes. You can block. So if someone's coming towards you to hit you, you block. You block and you step away from the person. So you can block with one hand or both. You can block them. Give people their space. There's also hand releases. If somebody is holding, let's say a prescription.
Let's say my hand like this.
Yeah, a prescription medicine in their hand. You do all your tricks first before you even
let's say
last.
the person go and grab the friend medication, they won't take it.
Yeah, I will ask for it first. Can I have it?
Then I said no.
You say no. I tried. Let me get you something you like.
How you will take it from my hand without hurting me?
Yeah, okay. With everything try, I will squeeze. You squeeze and then open. I'm not gonna
squeeze and the person open the hand.
They open the hand.
Oh, so you got to squeeze between the hand, the two hands.
Yeah, never on the knuckles. You want to squeeze like
then
that.
They open the hand, they take it from there.
Then you take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how you call that other technique?
Hand release.
They want you blacking now. They want blacking.
They want a black. They want a hand release.
Oh, okay. So you see it in the United States of America.
Yes.
You not only get law about the right, they also get a way that you can take things from them where you can't head them. They also get the way you can black them so you can't head them.
Right.
2 more, then we'll go to another thing here.
Yeah, you can do also when someone pulling your hair.
Now for men always sabu them because nobody can pull my hair.
Yeah.
But the women you can be wearing weak out to the groom then when they can't grab your hair.
No, the weak cap not problem.
Yeah,
when
but
I natural hair.
No, natural hair. Because we cap you can't. But they grab your. So let's say somebody grab my hair right here now. How can I release that person here now? So let's say my hair here. Let do my own hair. So people can see it.
Yeah, you push down on the 2 knuckles. You want to put both hands on top. Kind of hard to do, but no, you just put your hand on my head.
So I put my hair. Okay, so you're
So you put both hands on top like this.
The knuckle now.
Yeah,
press the knuckle down.
Press the knuckles down. Then you can do a technique where you take your one arm, put it over the person hand. You stabilize the arm.
And bring it down.
So when you come like this, you stabilize the arm, then you can release.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. So that's enough of the technique. The technique then we'll put some here, but we'll probably get some. She will show me I can get some video then for so I can put the video there for you to see it. As she talk about the technique then, we'll put the video there so you can see it. Now I know you say you have a person that can come and do the CNA, so you actually don't do the CNA.
Correct.
And I think you guys have a room here for CNA training.
Yes.
Do you have any low out there when we take a tour in there so you can tell me what all the things that they're using there? Or I mean, if you don't, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Now,
I do.
we go to direct care worker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, direct care.
What in direct care worker can do that CNA can do? As you go now, people then can. What's a direct care worker? Who are those?
Okay, the direct care worker honestly are people that are working directly with the patient. Right. So direct care workers are not just limited to people with disability. So they can work with the elderly. They can work with individuals in their homes. So they go in, they work 1-on-1 or 2-to-1. They work in their home. They help the person with bathing, feeding. Direct care worker is very similar to caregiving. The only difference is that caregivers can give medication. Direct care workers cannot. And CNA, certified nursing assistants, they cannot give medication as well. So those three groups.
CNA can give medication?
No.
How much is the fee for CNA?
So our fee is so reasonable across the valley if you do a research. But it's $1,200. We want it to be affordable.
And how long you got to go to school for?
5 weeks.
So you do 5 weeks, you can't get no medication, but a person who working in the regular group when you do CNA, they all administer medication.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that's the state law. You can be trained to administer medication, but that training is not included in the program for the CNA.
Wow. Yeah. So people, I hope you've been enjoying this interview. I hope it has been educative and informative for you so far. This is a Bollitv production, and I'm glad that Madam Josephine Bolley here took the time today to sit with us to educate us on some things that can happen in our community, some things we don't know about. Watch this video as many times, and your comment is very important. If you got any extra comment leave a comment there, any extra question, should be going on my YouTube page to be seeing your leave comment. We really want you guys to share the video and leave a comment. These videos I'm bringing to the community is not just for me, it's for all of us. Yeah. So Madam Bolley, I also hear too you were teaching people how to do babysitting and things. Let resume get resume long. You are teaching people, you know, we're coming to the end of the interview, so we got to warm it down. Now maybe we want to exercise here, pushing it down. Now we got to warm it down. So you're going to do 2 for 1 before you do your closing.
Okay, sure.
So the 2 for 1 is that as I learn you teach what how to do babysitting here?
Yeah, I teach babysitting.
No, you say babysitting. Everybody, my mind let me sit down my list all day. So I know that different type of babysitting, but you tell and then again, you also say again, you can teach people how to register a business for 501c3.
Okay.
So let's do babysitting for maybe you can do maybe a mini on babysitting and then on the 501c3 before we can conclude the interview. Yeah. I hope you may enjoy. Yeah. Because you must have
you there tired. But it's okay, it's good, it's good. I love it because we're educating our community, and I think that's our it starts from home. So, babysitting training, if you have children from 12 years old, to 17, 18, they want to learn how to properly babysit. So that we can just leave our children, you leave the young one with the one that is of age to care. But what if they don't know how to help that child when that child is choking? So these are common things. Sometimes even the way they can lift the child, you teach them how to properly change the child diaper so the child not getting any kind of infection. We teach it in a babysitting course.
Yeah.
Here, right here.
So they bring our grandma and all of them to teach them too.
I said children.
Most of the time in the African community, grandma and
grandma. So yeah, actually, I can teach the grandma.
Okay.
Yeah, the kids want. What they can do is it give your teenagers the opportunity to make money. So they're at home during the summer. They won't make. So we teach them. We get them a business model so they can make money.
It's better so they can be able to go get pregnant.
Yeah, they be home, keep them busy, they're making money. They'll be happy because they can go shopping. Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's go to how you can teach people now who want to do business now to get a 501c3 because you can do everything here.
Yeah, this is one that I started doing years ago now. So a lot of people have organizations, in our community. They have vision. They really want to make a difference. They want to make impact. So they want to start a non-profit. Some people it take them longer because, it's hard to find. It's hard to find people to do it. They don't know which way to go. So I'm getting my doctorate by the grace of God in organizational leadership. And so this is one of the things about structuring organization, helping people have the right structure so the organization can succeed, right? So so you have a nonprofit organization is starting off and you want to register it. I can register the 501c3 for you for your business, whether it's with you want to get registered with the state and then go on to apply for your 501c3. We can do the whole process for you. And we can also help you if you want to structure your business properly. We can do that business coaching to help you get your business to where it needs to go. So once a month, usually the second Thursday of every month, I do a workshop. It's on Zoom. So I get business owners to come and then we talk about different topics on how to improve your business. But yeah.
Wow. All right. That was the voice of Madam Mistress Josephine Bollietv, instructor, CPR, First Aid, Prevention and Support, Direct Care, Article 9, babysitting. You want to learn, if you want to register your business, you come here too.
Yes.
So, man, let's make it sweet now. Because I hear saying you were teaching, you are in the church business too. Education in the church business. So, now, God business now. You watched the interview with all the 4 pastors and that day. What do you think? What do you think? Because when I walk in, the person say, I saw chapter episode 4.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think about the interview? Do you have any input on the interviews? Did you watch them?
I didn't know you put me on the spot.
Oh, but you gave me listen. When you gave me something, I read everything in it.
Yeah, I can
and
tell.
I think pretty much we cover everything you put here.
Yeah.
Right?
You did. You did. Oh yeah, you did. So, but yeah, no, great question. Great question.
They were teaching Sunday school now.
Yeah.
So you been involved in the church. So I can leave all we will talk about. No, we talk about business.
Everything we're doing here, God gets the glory.
Thank you.
It is God who has empowered me to be who I am today. He gets the glory.
Amen. Yes. God do everything. So now tell us now. Because we're not going to go to when God call you. You better go now the whole day will be there. So we are going to the power you are teaching older people and young people Sunday school.
Oh, okay.
How did you get into that?
Yeah, I got into the church. I am an evangelist currently. I got into the church once I got out of college. When I got out of college, I got saved.
That when God called you?
He started calling me, but I got saved.
Okay.
So I started in Maryland. I attended this church called House of Worship Church. Pastor Fifi and Pastor Sybil Pencil. They're in Randallstown. in Maryland. So I started off working in the children's ministry. I did teach the kids. I loved it. Coming up with a curriculum, teaching them. It was awesome. And I moved to Arizona. So I got married, moved to Arizona, and started teaching the Sunday school in Hosanna Evangelistic Church. So I was in Hosanna. I taught the children. I even taught the teenagers. So a lot of the girls that were in Hosanna, I used to teach them. So on Sunday, the teens, they couldn't talk with their parents.
They used to talk to you
Used
about
to
it.
talk to me about it.
The
And I would give
pregnancy.
them scripture. Yep.
Oh,
Some of them I
that's really good.
mentored. Some of them still have that confidence. They can reach out to me if they have something. They need help. They will still, so I keep that relationship with them.
Thank you.
And then adults, I did Sunday school. I love doing Bible study. You know, have the word of God so you don't be deceived.
We'll find another time while we'll kind of
The documentary was good.
Then we'll do biblical thing.
Yeah, so the documentary was really great. I enjoy hearing from the various pastors. And I do hope as a community that the men and women of God can come together on one accord, because we can't work together if we're not agreeing. You know, spiritual, they're the ones that really will keep the prayer and upholding this community. And if they're divided, the Bible says a house against itself cannot stand, right?
Oh, that's correct.
So we got to be together so that we can also not just pray for the community, but use spiritual principles to see our people rise. God is the lifter of men, and we want to see change in this community. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for the work you do as well. All the pastors, you know, thank you for the work you do. Thank you, Mr. Bollietv, for what you're doing. I'm really
I'm
blessed by
humble.
it. Yes.
Thank you to my audience for watching. I hope you enjoy this. The woman, the whole business, the woman, the administrator for it, or Hosmo, our former president, Mr. Steve Bollietv, is the strategist.
Yeah, he's a strategist. Yeah,
he's a strategist. So, Madam Bollietv, I will give you 1 minute to close out to speak to your people, and then we can call it a day. Because then I enjoy you so much. I want to send it to 5 more hours, but I think you can make it. So,
I can make it.
okay.
I'm hungry.
So I'll give you one more, just one more a minute, maybe your lesson that to talk to your people before we can conclude this interview.
Okay. I want to thank all of you for watching Bollitv. Thank you for your commitment to our community. This is our community. And it's up to all of us to support one another and make a difference. You know, when we all, unity is better. I think that's the Liberian Association is also in there. What is it, their theme? What they say, unity is power or something like that. But when we're united, we can stand, you know. So let's continue to support one another. I'm here and I'm available to be of a resource to all of you in this community. If there's something, maybe you have your organization, you need training, you want to talk about diabetes, you know, just maybe you want to know how to talk to your child about sex, you know, hey, I am available to be of a resource, you know. So feel free to reach out to me, connect with me. I want to connect with other people in the community and be able to support you. We're here for you, and let us grow together and be there for one another. So thank you all for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you, you know, and thank you.
All right, Madam Bollietv, thank you so much. But do me a favor. Tell the people about the name of your business, how they can contact you, because you say a lot of good things here.
Okay.
Maybe some people want to reach out to you. If there's a website they can visit, you can let them know too. For training, you know, all the things you need. Some people want to get certified.
Yeah.
So how can they reach out to you?
All right, so y'all can reach out to me. Our website is www.BOLAY'S, BOLAY'S, solution, another S, .com. Okay, you can find all the classes, go to take a class or enroll in a class, click that button, you'll be able to enroll. You can call us directly. I know our people would like to call, so it's okay. Give me a call. The number here for our office is 520-201-3807. We have a location in Phoenix and we have a location in Goodyear. So if you're in Goodyear too, you want to do CPR training, we can connect you to that. Yeah, you can, those are the two ways. You can email us, trainings@BOLAY'Ssolution.com. and you'll be able to connect with us. We are located in Phoenix, 31st Avenue in Northern. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we can't hold a woman here again for too long. I think she been here. The instructor been teaching us here all day today. You heard it. You know your dollar sliggy out. You don't get a way to talk to her. Contact Mrs. Bolley here.
Yeah.
You want to join into the healthcare fee?
Yes.
You want to work in Google or any healthcare facility? Contact Mrs. Bolley here. She's the real deal. I visited the office. You guys will see videos of what she does here. Thank you for watching Bollitv. It was a great pleasure sitting with you guys today. Share the show.
Yeah, it's another one.